Hello everyone, I'm Trinh, Senior Application Engineer for Valin Corporation. Today I will illustrate how to use the DAQMaster utility from Autonics to set up the Ethernet IP coupler ARIO-C-EI with couple digital inputs slides as well as digital output slides. So what you see in front of you here is basically the DAQMaster utility. By the way, the software is free. You can download it to use it. There's no cost associated with it. So first and foremost, let me show you the hardware real quick, what we're dealing with. So what you see here is the Ethernet IP couplet, ARIO-C-EI. And next to it, there's a digital outputs slides and a digital input slides. This just happened to be a PNP output slides and a PNP input slides. So to get it up running, you would need a 24-volt power connected to the couplet. So I have a brown wire connected to terminal here and blue wire connected to the terminal here. Brown means positive 24 volt, blue means 0 volt. And I have a couple more wires connected to the terminal down here just to power the bus for the I/O. I have a USB cable connected to the couplet, the other side connected to my laptop that running the DAQMaster. Also, if you notice here, there are two RJ45 port here. So RJ45 port up here is connected to the PLC. It just happened to be an Oron NX102-9000 PLC. This Ethernet IP coupler can be connected to any PLC manufacturer that has a Ethernet IP scanner. So it can be Allen Bradley, it can be Siemens, it can be Mitsubishi, or any PLC that has Ethernet IP scanner. And there's an extra port here on the coupler in case you need to connect to another Ethernet IP coupler, right? You can simply do that. The one nice thing about this Ethernet IP coupler is that it allows you to connect up to 64 slices. And it can be a digital input, digital output, PNP, NPN, analog input, analog output, any analog signals such as 420 milliamp, 0 to 5 volt, 0 to 10 volt, minus 10 volt to plus 10 volt, and so forth. There's also a double couple input slides that allows you to connect type J, type K, type T thermocouple as well as many others. There's an RTD input as well. And again, coupler will support up to 64 slices. So that's the Ethernet IP coupler. Oh, one more thing. You see right down here, there are a couple rotary switches. And this basically allows you to set up the last octet for the Ethernet IP address for the slice. In the software, the DAQMaster, you can change the IP address to whatever you like as well, which I will show you after this. And one more thing. This Ethernet IP coupler and the slices are DIN-well mountable, which makes it very easy and simple. You just snap it on the DIN-well on your panel and you're good to go. It's very cost effective and it doesn't take a lot of space. And it will allow you to connect pretty much any device such as sensors, measurements, flow, pressure, thermocouple, and so forth. All right, so let's get to it on the DAQMaster software. So what I have here is the DAQMaster utility. I'm going to click on the selected device list, and you see on here, the DAQMaster support a number of different Autonics devices, but for now we're going to focus on the ARIO Ethernet IP coupler. So I'm going to double click on that. As soon as I do that, it adds the ARIO unit here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan it. So basically what it will do is it's going to go out and look what I have and then brought it into the screen. So I'm going to scan it. Voila. So that's what I have. Okay, I hook up this already. As you can see, this is exactly what I have on my camera. All right, so that's how you bring it in if you have the hardware already. So if I want to change the IP address of this Ethernet IP coupler, I click on it, and I need to connect it first, which is here. So once I connect it, and I click on this, now the property of that Ethernet IP coupler show up here. And you see here, there's an IP address. I can change this IP address whatever I want to. The default is 192.168.2.3, but you can change the IP address. You can change the subnet mask, the gateway, and so forth. All right. I'm not going to change anything for now. So that's how you can look at the property and change the IP address. If you click on the slides itself, it shows you what it is, what the part number is, what's the I/O current for this. It's showing you how many points you have as well. So that's the output. Same thing for the input. If you click on the module itself, it shows all these modules. If you click on the address map, it shows you where these output points are on, what bit. So the output for the DI is on 0 to 4, same thing for the digital output. It's on the 0 to 3, and it shows you also, since it's an input, it's a read type, but because it's the output, you can write to it. When you click run, and you go back to the module, it shows the actual state of that inputs and output point. So right now, the output point shows all outputs are on. And the reason it's on because I have a PLC connected and I already turned it on. So let me minimize this real quick. All right. So now what I show you here, so I have the Omron Systemax Studio, which is the software you see on this side. It just happened that the PLC I'm using right now is an Omron NX102-9000. And it's connected to the second port of the Ethernet IP port on the NX102-9000. And I already configure the Omron configuration to talk to it. I have a video in detail showing exactly step-by-step how to do that. And I will put the link below, and you can click on that link and show exactly step-by-step how to do that. In this video, I'm just going to force the I/O, and you will see that it will update it on the DAQMaster utility. All right, so right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn them all off right now by type in 0, 0, 0, 0 for all those 4 bits. And as soon as I hit enter, these bits, these IOD will be off. So I'm going to do that right now. Voila. So now it's no longer on, it's off, it's all white. And same thing down here on my camera. Okay? I'm going to turn them all on right now. Here we go. Voila. It's on. And so it's here. Let me turn on only a couple bits. The first 2 bits. All right. Here we go. So 1 and 2 are on. So it's over here. Let me do this. So the last 2, the 3 and 4 will be on. Okay? So that's how it works. Now, if I go to my DAQMaster, so right now I'm in the con mode, meaning I'm live connecting to the Ethernet IP coupler. If you go and select, just instead of con mode, you change to virtual mode, okay? Immediately you see that the coupler that Autonics have, besides the Ethernet IP coupler, there's an EtherCAT coupler, CC-Link coupler, Profinet coupler, Profibus coupler, Ethernet IP coupler, that's what we have here, and DeviceNet coupler, Modbus TCP coupler, as well as Modbus RTU coupler. All right, so you can pick and choose whatever you need, and it's kind of nice to have them all right here. Also, as far as this type of slides that Autonics have, there's a digital inputs, NPN, PNP, as well as output, NP, NP, NP. There's an analog input, voltage, analog input, current. There's also thermocouple, ARIO-C-EI right here. That's thermocouple. There's support, type J, type K, type T thermocouple as well. There's RTD slice as well, and each one has 4 points. There's analog output, voltage, analog output current. All right. So now let's say this is what I have, and let's say I want to add some more slices. Let's say I pick some analog output voltage. I'm going to pick an analog output current, and as soon as I double click on it, it populated on this side. Okay. Let's pick some thermocouple. Let's say I have these thermocouple. I'm going to pick 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. And let's say I pick an RTD as well. Okay. Let's pick some analog input current right here. That's a 2 point. Here's a 4 point. And let's pick the analog input voltage as well. You notice as I double click on here, it populated on this side, right? Another beauty features that this one, the DAQMaster, has is that if you click on auto alignment, what it will do is it will line up all these slices and it will add automatically the additional power module that is needed. Because these number of analog, you need the power module, which is this module down here. But by clicking on this, it will automatically add whatever it needs for you. I'm going to do it right now, and voila. You see that it adds a couple more power modules here for this configuration. This is huge. This basically allows you right off the bat know exactly how it looks and also have all the module configured correctly. So that's how you use the DAQMaster to set up, to configure, to monitor and troubleshoot the ARIO Ethernet IP coupler from Autonics. And once again, the software is free. This Ethernet IP coupler will work with any PLC manufacturer that has the Ethernet IP scanner, such as Allen Bradley, Mitsubishi, Siemens, and so forth. Thank you for watching, and please call the number below if you have any questions.